True integrity ball. True integrity. 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 If in this game you want longevity, you got ball with true integrity. I know the game is like a referee, so you can never try to question me. This is what you call a specialty. Drew and Sean, that's a special team. All we do is reach our goals, then kick it like we calling in a special team. I can teach you how to strategy. I be filling up the stat sheets. With my faculty, I draft ideas, y'all draft fantasy. This is not just a game to me. This is part of our anatomy. You can check me or rattle me.
And welcome back to another episode of True Integrity Ball. I'm your host, Drew, here with my co-host, Sean.
Yo.
Man, 2 more weeks left in the season. Some teams have clinched their playoff spots. Few teams have locked up the division. But overall, there are some wild card spots to be had on both sides of the division. But we'll go ahead and recap week 16, man. First game we'll jump into, Detroit traveling to Minnesota. And Detroit coming out with the win and the division, 30-24, man. Definitely was an exciting game on both sides. Jaire continued his great season, going for 30 for 40 on 257 yards and a touchdown. Between Gibbs and Montgomery, them boys did over 130 rushing yards and went for 3 touchdowns. Amon St. Brown, he had 12 catches, 106 yards and a touchdown. And just speaking of Amon, on the season, that boy got 106 receptions, 1,281 yards, and 8 touchdowns, man. And as far as Minnesota, and I guess we all see, they are in a quarterback carousel since Kirk Cousins went down. Nick Mullen was getting the starting job this week. It wasn't his best day. Detroit was able to force 4 interception, but he did finish the day going for 22 for 36 for 411 yards and 2 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, his second game back, finishing the day with 6 catches and 141 yards. He even got 841 yards on the season. Most likely he will finish with 1,000 yards with these last 2 games. So kind of pretty impressive. Him missing, I believe, 4 or 5 games. But overall, at the top, I mentioned Detroit wins the division. They'll probably finish second or third seed within the NFC. And the Vikings still have a small chance of getting a wild card spot, bro. Any thoughts on this one, man?
Briefly, I guess you was head on. You took the Lions to win the division at the beginning of the season, and came true, man. So we'll see how deep the playoff run goes, but they are in the playoffs. I think this is honestly the first time I've ever seen the Lions in the playoffs in my life. So be interesting to see, man. It's a good shakeup.
Yeah, man. I guess I could take a slight victory lap. Calling that Detroit one. They playing some good ball, but we definitely know they have some weaknesses, especially playing on the road and things like that. But it's still good to see them. Like you said, man, we haven't seen them boys in the playoffs within our lifetime or whatnot, man. So it's definitely good to see them, and I guess we'll see how they do. But the next game we'll go ahead and move on to Cleveland going to Houston, and Cleveland with the beatdown, man, 36-22. What's your thoughts on this one, bro?
Coop, this is all Coop, man. Coop had a great day today. Had a great day on Sunday. Didn't really watch this whole game. Saw a few highlights. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if Stingley even played, but a lot of those deep balls, I remember it wasn't on. I didn't see a number 24, so it couldn't have been on Stingley. But that was Coop's game. I think he had 260.
Yeah, I think 260, 265. Yeah,
265 and 2 touchdowns. Monster day. Coop has always been consistent to me. I was still mad when he left Dallas, but like to see him. He's from down here, so I always like to see him shine. Joe Flacco, man, not sure what's going on with him, but he's playing off the charts right now.
Yeah.
And he's always had a big arm, so I'm not saying more so from the arm, but I'm saying like more so he just got up. Like me and you sitting now, 9 to 5. He got up and just went on the field and started playing. So I don't know, man. I don't know how long that wave is gonna ride, but they can continue to ride it. So they gonna play defense as long as Myles Garrett is out there. But that offense, pretty surprised to see them score that many points with Flacco, being that Deshaun Watson struggled, PJ Walker, other quarterbacks had struggled. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely I know that's the biggest question that probably all Cleveland fans have, even probably the Cleveland management have at this moment. Like how, Deshaun Watson looked, he wasn't looking the best, and Joe Flacco coming in and he looks pretty good, man. It looked like he been in this offense all year. So definitely depends how far Cleveland goes within the playoffs. But it may be an interesting conversation once the offseason come around as far as the quarterback situation. But definitely a solid win for Cleveland, man. That defense stepping up big time, playing like that all season. So if they're gonna win, last minute field goal, I should say, 22 to 20. A lot of people were expecting offensive explosion. Definitely had a playoff feel to it. Dallas on their first drive to the red zone, they fumble at the 1 yard line. You probably can say that one mistake probably cost them the game. But Miami made it sticky for Dallas to move the ball efficiently. And Miami did just enough, man, especially on that last drive. Tua made some great throws to Tyreek to set them up with the go-ahead field goal. It was an excellent win for the Dolphins.
Yeah, so for me, I had picked the Dolphins to win the game, and that's just because the problems that Dallas is having. I saw this coming at the beginning of the season, but the Dolphins, they found a way to win outside of what they normally do, which is the explosive offense, deep shots, the deep shots, and then those timing routes, the in route, the dig routes, and then they catch it, gets out of Tua's hands really quick. They catch it and then they hit on the goalpost. Tyreek Hill and Waddle. So they found a way to win, which is what good teams do. Wasn't the best game, best showing, but good teams always find a way to win in different ways. Told you that once Ramsey came back, that defense was going to look good. I know Cooks caught a pass definitely. On Ramsey, a touchdown on Ramsey, but that was just a good play, man. It's a good play, hard route to stop, corner route in the end zone from inside. I think Cooks lined up in the slot, so there's always a hard route to stop. Just Dolphins got a good win though, man. Because especially they were saying the Dolphins can't beat no playoff teams, caliber teams, so this was a good win for them. Score doesn't matter as long as you get the W, which is what they did.
Definitely, man. But like we said, great win for the Dolphins. They do got a big matchup next week against the Ravens. I think Dallas got Detroit next week, and we'll definitely talk about those two games. But the next game we'll go ahead and move on to Jacksonville taking a short trip to Tampa and taking the L, man, 30-12. Baker Mayfield, is really balling out at this moment. That boy went 26 for 35, 283 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. Tampa is really playing well, probably because of the matchup, but they are on a 4-game win streak. They do got a showdown next week against the Saints for the division, so that would be interesting to see. But the Jags just seems to be out of whack right now, though. They're losing the last 4. Trevor Lawrence is definitely not 100%. I think he just got a new injury, dealing with his shoulder, and of course we know about his ankle, and we know Christian Kirk. He's been out probably for the past 2-3 weeks. They definitely seems to be missing him a lot right now. And as far as the AFC North, man, most likely it will come down to the last week of the season. Dan, what's your thoughts on this one, bro?
Yeah, Lawrence is clearly injured, but still doesn't excuse his dumbass mistakes. Seem like every week he have a sack and he every week he have a loose fumble. He loses a fumble and he throws
Yeah,
a
yeah,
pick. So I don't know, man. This guy they were saying was a generational talent. Again, I say I don't understand why he's not held accountable like these other quarterbacks. This guy fails just like Justin Herbert and these other quarterbacks. They don't bring them up. Well, we know the reason why, but you get what I'm saying. They said this
yeah,
guy was a
yeah, yeah.
generational talent when he was drafted,
Mm-hmm.
bro. 6'6", could run, could pass, could throw, make all the throws, and he's underachieved. I know they'll probably get in the playoffs, but it's like, bro, they just and he's not held accountable, man. He has some good players, good pieces around him, and he's the reason why they're not winning, bro. He's the reason why they're not winning. It's the mistakes he makes cost them games week in and week out. So nonetheless, man, like I said, I think they still gonna make the playoffs. But shout out to Baker Mayfield. I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan, but gotta give him credit. When credit is due, damn sure didn't see this coming. Didn't think the damn Bucks
Yeah,
was gonna get in the playoffs. I know that's a sorry ass division over there, but still, Baker Mayfield, what? This is his third team.
yeah, yeah,
Browns went from the Browns to the Rams here, so I didn't see this coming, bro. But shout out to the Bucks.
yeah, bro. Yeah, like I mentioned, though, it's probably because of them. Probably just all because of the matchups. It seems like they playing very well. But they handling business, bro. They winning games and they winning games convincingly at that, bro. And I don't know what kind of resurgence Baker got going on, but he's doing well. I think the offensive coordinator name is Dave Canales, man. So I guess we gotta give him some respect as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad to see Mike Evans balling out, man, because they're trying to write
Contract,
him off
yeah.
in the beginning of the season, but shut up all that noise, man. But solid win for Tampa, man, and who knows where Jacksonville. I guess Jacksonville just got to keep on. They got Carolina next week, so most likely they'll probably get back on track then. But we'll see what happens, man. But the last game we'll talk about for Week 16, Baltimore going to San Francisco, and they bullied them boys, man. 33-19. I'm gonna let you have this one, but I guess I'll say that this was fueled by that Mike Florio talk. I'm pretty sure you did see that shit, dog.
Yeah, I saw it after the fact. I didn't see it until Lamar brought
Yeah,
it up and made a deal about it. But uh, hey, man, Baltimore dominated the game. I can't tell you I saw this was going to happen like this because I didn't see it. I thought it would have been a closer game.
yeah,
I'm a Baltimore fan, and I didn't think the defense was going to get after them like this. But clearly they were hyped up for the game.
mm-hmm.
They game planned pretty well, bro. It's an impressive game plan. Anytime you could get 5 turnovers on the Kyle Shanahan offense. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
impressive, and they kept everybody in check for most part except McCaffrey. McCaffrey went over 100 yards, but they kept the Debos, the Kittles in check, and that's why they were victorious. Plus, they won the turnover battle. Lamar played a very clean game.
mm-hmm.
I think we're saving some plays for in the playoffs, honestly, because the offense has still been very vanilla to me. So I'm convinced that we're just saving the plays for the playoffs. But it's a good win, man. Lamar, I think wrapped up the MVP on Sunday as well. So we'll see, man. Good, great win for Baltimore, man.
Yeah,
Clicking
man.
at the right
It
time.
just yeah, bro. It was just cool to see that the bullies get bullied. And it was just how physical Baltimore was with them, man. I guess you've been mentioning all year as far as Kyle Hamilton, man. He definitely probably solidified himself as a probably first team All Pro this season. But it's gonna be interesting where they actually what his position gonna be? You think they're gonna all pro at safety? What they gonna do
Yeah,
DB? What you
he's
think?
gonna be a safety.
It's
He
gonna be
can't be.
safety.
I don't think he could
Okay,
be. Because the
definitely, man.
majority of his stats has been at the nickel, and you would have to put a third corner there, and I don't think you
Yeah.
could put him at that third corner. Plus, only way I could see them doing that is if they had many safeties that would be first team, which is not the case this year. He's clearly the best safety in the league. It's not even a close second. So yeah, he's gonna be at safety.
I was gonna say, they had that boy Marlon Humphrey, bro. He was playing in the nickel a lot this game too, bro.
Yeah, they had him on. Looked like the me Debo. They schemed him up, put him in the nickel on Debo, and then San Francisco likes to run a lot of wide zone, kind of like
Yeah.
my that same scheme that Miami Mike McDaniel runs. That's what pretty much what San Francisco runs, bro. The same run scheme. So I know you saw they did a lot of corner blitzes and nickel blitzes. That was
Mm-hmm.
just a matchup for Debo, bro. Debo plays in the slot a lot, so they put Humphreys in the slot this week.
Yeah,
Good on good.
it was cool to see Humphreys pulling up, bro, and actually doing some sticking and hitting, dog. I
Yeah,
know you
yeah.
was I know you was mentioning he was looking kind of down this past few weeks, man. And I think I seen a report or something, bro, that
Injured, yeah.
that boy Lamar had got into Marlon Humphrey, like got into his ass, like you're not playing well. And I guess it seems like that pep talk, I guess, seemed to work, man.
Yeah, I think he was hurt in the beginning of the year because
Yeah, I know, but once he was coming
never
back, bro,
seen him.
even
Yeah,
you was seeing it that he wasn't playing as well
yeah,
as we normally seen him playing.
yeah.
So hopefully hopefully he continue that with that energy, man, because Baltimore would definitely gonna need it down the stretch, man. But bro, like I mentioned last week, as far as this game, bro, it was good to see Baltimore win, but I really think they're gonna see these boys again in the Super Bowl, bro.
Got
And
you.
I'm nervous, bro. I'm not. 'Cause I know it's gonna be a whole different game, bro. And like I told you last week, I wish they, once somebody win one game, normally they lose that next game, dog. So I'm hoping that don't happen this time,
I
man.
think, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but
We'll see.
solid win for Baltimore. I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up for week 16. And I guess just a few notes that I'll go over, bro. I don't know if you got anything to mention. They benched that boy Russell Wilson. They definitely saying this for financial reasons. I'm assuming that he's not gonna be the starting quarterback for the Broncos next year. And there was even reports saying that they was trying to put this motion in plan early in the season just so that he doesn't get hurt or anything like that. But what's your thoughts on
Yeah,
that, dog?
yeah. It's a money situation, bro. That's all it is. I believe if he gets hurt, they have to pay. I think the number is 36 million. I believe it's the number. It's between 34 and 36. So
Mm-hmm.
by putting him on the bench, you just solidify that he won't get hurt. Clearly, he's not the quarterback, going to be the quarterback there next year, but just a money thing, bro. They don't want to owe him that extra 34 to 36 million, so you sit him on the bench to ensure that he's healthy. So that's all it is. It's a money thing, bro. Nothing more to it.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. And I guess the next thing I mentioned, I don't know if you've seen about the Jaire Alexander getting suspended for one game for conduct detrimental. They saying that boy I think he crashed the coin toss during the overtime, and I think they won the toss, and he deferred the ball, man. So that was giving like Carolina a chance to go down and score first and win the game, man. And I think that was the reason why they suspended him. It's just interesting that they suspended him, especially that they have Minnesota coming up this Sunday night, and they going against Justin Jefferson, man. But shit, what's your thoughts on that, dog?
It don't sound right. Just listen out what comes out in the next 2 to 3 days.
Mm-hmm. So you think there
Just
is more to it? You think there's more to it?
I know it's more
Okay.
to it, bro. You've
Gotcha.
played football, bro. Just think about it, bro. Even
Yeah.
little league, high school. I mean, even college for me. Like you're not a captain, bro. There's no way in hell you're gonna run out there and you're not supposed to
Yeah.
be out there, bro.
Exactly.
That's I'm talking about from an optimist. You got kids that don't do that shit, never done that shit that we know about high school and college. We've never heard no shit like that. This is professional athletes that get paid millions of dollars, bro. And you telling me a nigga just randomly ran out there when he not a star player. That's their best player on their team, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He just went out there and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make myself a captain today." That's what. Nah, bro, that don't sound right. That sound like it's some bullshit, bro. What I think, and this is just my theory, bro. If that is the case of what he did, bro,
Mm-hmm.
he got to be trying to force his way out. That's the only thing I could think of, bro. He trying to get the fuck out of Green Bay. But if it's not that, it has to be something else. I want his side of the story. I want him to come on Twitter and say some shit, because I just can't see that shit happening, bro. That's unbelievable, bro. A professional athlete on the coin toss, you coming out with your whole team, you telling me a star player. That's like Lamar Jackson on the team. Lamar Jackson's a captain, but he's not one that do the coin toss. That's like Justin Tucker and maybe a Marlon Humphrey and maybe Patrick Queen go out there and do the coin toss. And you telling me Lamar just gonna run out there and pick whatever toss he want? He's not gonna do that shit, bro. Like, niggas not doing that, bro. As a professional, that don't sound right to me. So we'll see. I'm interested to see what really comes out because I'm not buying that shit, bro. So we'll see.
Right. We're gonna go over a few games for week 17. And the first game we'll go ahead and jump into. Lions traveling to Dallas. They like the Cowboys by 5.5 points. We definitely see that the Cowboys currently on a 2-game losing streak, and both games were on the road, but luckily they are back at home. I believe they are 7-0 at the crib, so I definitely expect them to get back on track here, man. With Detroit clinching the division last week, they may be feeling themselves just a bit and may even play a little relaxed. But I do expect a good game Saturday night and for Dallas to take the victory, man. And I also expect probably a good amount of points to be put up this game, dog. Who you got on this one, man?
I think the Cowboys is going to get back on track this week. I think they had a better team than the Lions, and yeah, man, I think this is going to be the game that Cowboys get back on track. So I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
Now, guess we both like Dallas on that one. And I guess the next game we'll go ahead and jump into. I guess probably the best game of the week. Miami traveling to Baltimore. They do like Baltimore by 3 points. What's your thoughts on this one, man?
I think this is gonna be a good game. But I think the Ravens should be able to dominate. Waddle is gonna be out this game with a high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
So what that's gonna allow is Tyreek Hill's gonna get his. He's gonna go over 100 yards. But you'll be able to scheme him. They can roll the coverage to him. No deep plays. Come up, make a tackle, but he's gonna get over 100 yards, bro. Gonna have to stop the wide zone run with the toss, which is what the Dolphins like to do. So I think the Ravens have the personnel to stop that. So it's gonna be the timing routes, the in breaking routes by Hill and then the catch and run. Tua gets the ball out so quick, but I do think the Ravens are gonna get after him as well. The Ravens lead the league in sacks, so it's going to be a long day for Tua, and I'm going to take the Ravens, man. Lamar is going to have his hands full. I think this is going to be the best defense that he faced all year. It's going to be a test, man, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm saying, something like 21-24, 21-27, something like that is what I would say.
definitely. I know I predicted in the beginning of the season that this probably going to be the AFC Championship game, and it's definitely a good chance that that this may that may happen. Fair so, we may see this matchup in January again, man. But I do expect Baltimore to take this victory. Pretty sure we know what happened last year. You know, Dolphins came back down like 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter or whatnot. So I know Baltimore definitely going to be thinking about that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna bring their A game just like how they brought it for San Francisco. Uh, Definitely have a chance for the number one seed. So they're gonna do what they got to do. I think this game definitely gonna have to be led by the Ravens defense. They're gonna have to. I wonder if they're gonna really try to jam Tyreek or try to mess up the timing somehow, put some hands on them. But definitely expect a good game, and just like you, bro, I expect the Ravens to pull it out, bro. Honestly, bro, I know you said that this may be a close game. I don't think this may be a close game. I think Baltimore might mess around and dominate, especially with
Yeah, I just don't think they're gonna be able to throw the ball like they want to, bro, because you got Ramsey and you got Howard and then Holland in the back end. And
yeah,
I don't
that
think we're
is
gonna be able
true.
to run the ball either. So I'm just trying to figure out where we're gonna get our points from because I really do respect the Dolphins defense, bro. I
I mean,
think they have a
we
better
was
defense than what they just faced with San Francisco.
yeah, we was skeptical about them going against San Fran, bro. So I think they're gonna be okay versus the Dolphins, man. They're probably not gonna be as dominant as we seen last week, because
Yes, yep.
I think last week was just fueled by what freaking Mike Florio was saying. Them boys just had to put on for that night, man.
I don't think that fueled the
Bro, I'm
game though,
telling you,
bro.
bro.
That they not them niggas in the
I'm
locker room ain't
telling you,
worried about
Sean.
what that motherfucking analyst say, bro. They bro,
No, he
like
was
Lamar
talking
got up there and
greasy,
said, like
bro.
Lamar got up there and said, like nobody really, yeah, bro, shut
Bro,
your ass up, bro. You
bro.
put some
He's saying
pads
that.
on, bro.
He probably saying that for the media, but they took that. They took that. They definitely as
His
bulletin.
opinion don't matter though, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying. Like,
yeah.
so
But
that's why
but
I'm
how
saying
he
I
was
don't think
talking
that
though,
hyped them
bro?
up.
How he was talking, man. That shit was crazy, bro. How that boy was talking, man. But I definitely understand, bro. I guess we could say that we both expect Baltimore to win the game, and I think it's gonna be just an interesting matchup, especially fighting for that number one seed, man. So it's gonna be a good game overall, bro. But the next game we'll go ahead and jump into New Orleans going to Tampa. They like Tampa by 2.5 points. So a field goal game. But this is to win the division for Tampa at least. And if New Orleans wins, they'll need to beat Carolina next week to win the division. But like I said at the top, Baker, he's playing some good ball. Rashard White, he's doing his thing as well. And Mike Evans just continue to have his dominating season, man. Honestly, I do like Tampa to win this game and to win the division and to make it into the playoffs, bro. Who you liking this one, dog?
I want to take the Saints, bro. I think the Saints is gonna end up getting the playoffs. I think that defense is gonna rise up. Derek Carr is gonna say, "Hey, man, look, I've been playing bad every game all season. We gotta have this game. I gotta play an A+ game." I
Yeah.
think he's gonna come out and play a really good game, bro. The Saints could play defense when they want to play. The thing bro, where is Marshawn Lattimore, bro?
I think I told you, bro, he
Where
was injured, bro. But
the whole year
let me
though, bro?
confirm
Like,
for you.
damn.
No, he was there in the middle. He was there at the beginning of the middle of the season. He got hurt
It
like
says
2-3 weeks
he's
ago,
still
right?
hurt. It says he's still hurt, but it's like, damn, bro. Michael Thomas, he out of there after this year, bro.
Yeah, he on
It's no
IR.
ways. Yeah, Slant Boy out. Slant Boy is out of there.
I definitely understand that, bro.
They
Like I
gonna fire their
mentioned, man,
coach too if they lose on Sunday, bro. Dennis Allen is out of there, bro, because he's underachieved.
yeah, that's 2 years in a row that them
Yeah,
boys have.
he's out of there, and I don't know what you're gonna do about Derek Carr. I don't even know what they signed him to. I know it was a big contract, but hey, he's not the guy, bro. So I don't know if you do something. I might be going off topic with this, but I don't know if you go ahead and try to trade for the number one, a top 3 pick or something. You got a few quarterbacks that's coming out, like talking about the guys like Jaden Daniels, those type of guys. I mean, that's they comparing Jaden. The comparisons. I know the mock draft shit means nothing, but the comparison that Jaden Daniels is, I don't know if you know this. He's compared to Lamar Jackson. No, he's not Lamar Jackson, but that's who they compare him to. I think he had his stats with LSU this year was crazy. I think he had like 1,000 rushing, 4,000 passing, and he had like 60 touchdowns, bro. I saw one game he had like 200 rushing yards and 300 passing in one game. So he's not as quick as Lamar, but I'm saying to say this,
you
if
said
they're
one. You
gonna
said
get
one. Sean, you said one game he had 300 rushing and 300 passing. That's what you
200
just said.
rushing and like 300 passing, bro.
Shit, that's still impressive. Yeah,
This
damn.
was this was like maybe the second or third before the last game of the season. It was recent, bro.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I gotta
okay.
pull this up for you, bro. So he threw for I gotta pull this up for you. So against Ole Miss, he threw for 414 and had 4 passing touchdowns, and then he rushed for 99 yards and a touchdown. So he had 530 total yards of offense, bro, and 5 touchdowns in the game against Ole Miss. And then he against Florida. This is the game I'm talking about. Okay, against Florida early in the season, he threw for 372 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then he rushed for 12 carries and 234 yards in one game. But if you look at his stats, bro, he's went over 100 yards in like 6 games, bro, and he's thrown for 300 yards at the same time. So, I guess that's why they compare him to Lamar. I don't know if you've seen him play, but yeah, bro. He's rushing for 100 yards in plenty of games, and he's also throwing for 300 yards. He has several games like this in the SEC. So I'm just saying this to say, like, do you feel like they should move on from Derek Carr? Is this the year you're not going to get a Caleb Williams, but you could get a guy like this if you trade up for like the 6th pick or something like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely
So
understand. I think,
I'd rather roll the dice with one of those guys than Derek Carr. He is who he is, bro.
yeah, I think the first thing the Saints gonna have to do is just change the head coach and whatever. Then they could decide what they really want to do. Get another quarterback, ride with Derek Carr or whatever. They're probably still gonna draft a quarterback regardless if they don't do it in the first round or whatnot. They're probably gonna draft a quarterback, right? Even if they decide to ride with Derek Carr again, bro. But the first thing is probably the Saints, especially if they lose this week and don't make the playoffs or whatnot. Just get rid of Dennis Allen, go get you a decent head coach or whatever, and go from there. Go from there, especially in the division. You got
Sorry,
Bryce,
division.
and
Yeah.
and ain't no telling what's going on with Atlanta. So you can bounce back pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Good talk, but it's gonna be a good game. I guess Tampa and New Orleans. I guess you got New Orleans. Shit, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Tampa for that game. But the next game we'll go ahead and move on to the Steelers going to the Seahawks, man. And the Seahawks are favored by 3.5 points. Shit, who you like in this one, dog?
I like Seattle. Seattle gotta have it, bro. The
Mm-hmm.
Steelers on offense at the quarterback position have shown me nothing. Seems like Geno is back healthy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll with Seattle, man. That rookie from Ohio State is coming alive too, bro. Initially in the first part of the season, I was telling you he's not going to be able to find his way until late in the season because you got Metcalf and Lockett, which I think are two number one receivers. We could agree to disagree, but I think they are both number one receivers. And then you throw this rookie from Ohio State, who they were saying is supposed to be a number one receiver. It's kind of hard for him to fit in when you got two number ones. So
Yeah.
I think he has 2 game-winning touchdowns, in the last 3 weeks? Something like that, some stat like that. So he is picking up and getting in the groove right before playoff time. So I think they hitting the stride at the right time, bro.
Yeah. So I expect Seattle to win as well, bro. Not sure what to expect from Mason Rudolph. That last game was probably more about Pickens making some great catches and yard after catch. I do expect Seattle defense to show up. And, Seattle actually has a home field advantage, so the crowd definitely going to be felt, man. So I guess we both like the Seahawks in this one. You think you think the Steelers finish with a winning record, bro?
Not sure because if the Ravens win this week, I believe they're going to rest their starters against the Steelers, and the Steelers will get that win. But I got two sides to that. If the Ravens win on Sunday, they're number one seed, obviously. So it's like, you have a bye. Is Harbaugh going to play Lamar? You sit Odell, guys like that. I would sit Odell, Humphreys. But do you play Lamar? Or do you give him? He'll have essentially 3 weeks off with the bye. You get what I'm saying? And then you go into the playoffs rusty. I don't like that bye week shit. People get healthy in the bye, but usually the people that come out of that bye play rusty, bro. The Ravens did it in 2019 when they were, I think, 15-1. They came off the bye, played Tennessee, and they weren't ready. Tennessee was hot, so I don't know. That's my first way I see it. The other way I see it is if you do rest them, if Harbaugh lets Lamar and the starters play to kick the Steelers out of the playoffs because their division rivals, like, fuck them niggas. We don't like you niggas. Like, we tired of you. You play the starters and you whoop their ass. I'm not getting in the playoffs. So I don't know how you feel. Which one do you think is the right way to go about it? But that's one of those are gonna happen, bro. It's gonna be either or.
Honestly, I think especially if the Ravens win next week, to lock up the number one seed in the division, more than likely they'll probably play them in the first half because they don't want to have their whole starters off for 2 weeks straight. That's kind of like I don't think no teams want to do that. Have your team off for that long, man. So it all depends.
Why you play them in the first half though, bro? If they gonna get injured, they gonna get injured. You know what I'm saying?
that is
so
true.
If you worry about injury, then you don't play them at all. You know what I'm saying? You go out there in the first half, Lamar get hurt on the first quarter, God forbid. It's gonna be like, damn. So
I mean, like I mentioned, bro, it all depends what happens to Sunday against against the Dolphins. But rest of your starters for 2 weeks, bro, that's big, bro.
That's essentially 3 weeks, bro. 2.5, 3 weeks though.
Exactly, bro. I don't think
niggas
no
like
team.
Odell could use that, bro. Odell's gonna be the most important player on the offense outside of Lamar come playoffs. I'm telling you that.
You know momentum, bro. Momentum is a big thing, bro, and them bodies do be slowing down that momentum, dog. So
I got you.
I guess we're just gonna be interested to see. We're gonna see how everything plays out, man. But I think that is it for week 17, bro. I guess the last thing I'll mention, man, as far as the fantasy, I did make it to the championship round. So it seems like it's gonna be for these last 2 weeks, man. So again, wish me luck. But I think that is it.
Sound like you know what you're doing, so good luck.
Man, I be telling myself that I got a whole goddamn podcast about football. I better know what the hell I'm doing, man. But no, it's definitely a good feeling, man, just to see I made some good decisions in the beginning of the season. I guess, just drafting or whatnot. Just good to see. But I guess that is it for this week's episode, man. Hope you guys enjoy Sunday, and we'll see you guys next week, man. Peace.